Amboy Road at Sheephole Pass looks into the big basin of Bristol Dry Lake. A sea covered this area about 4 million years ago. Bristol Dry Lake is now an active salt mine with over 60 million tons of salt in reserve. You have to stop and walk out onto this dry lake to see the crystals and how they form on the surface of the ground. Lynn picked up a chunk of the white crusty layer and tasted it. Yes, it tasted like salt. Across this prehistoric sea, you'll get your first glimpse of Amboy Crater, dedicated as a national monument in 1973. When it rains in the spring, this area can be covered with wildflowers. In the background, you can see Bristol Dry Lake. And off to the left is the town of Amboy on Route 66. Amboy is one of California's oldest towns, dating back to 1858. Its population peaked at 700 after World War II, but when Interstate 40 was completed, in 1972, Highway 66 became a secondary route. And Amboy almost became a ghost town. Roy's Motel and Cafe was the only gas and food lodging on Route 66 in this part of the Mojave Desert. When Roy's Cafe lost the traffic from Route 66, the business went into a steep decline. In 1977, Roy Cryle died. His son-in-law, Buster Barris, continued the business. This is how it looked in 1998 before it closed. The town was sold in 2000, but the sale did not work out, and it was resold in 2005 to Albert Okoro, who now has reopened the gas station and cafe, and is in the process of restoring this historical town. The store is open inside to look around. The cafe is not open at this time, but there are lots of interesting trinkets and a complete documentary of all the things that have happened. Be sure and drop in and get some Route 66 root beer. On the other side of Route 66 is an old church and a cemetery where mostly children were buried. And if you're lucky, you'll even get to see some trains. They pass by the town on a regular basis. This old shoe tree was one of the landmarks along the road. It has since fallen down. And then there's this old restaurant, which obviously is no longer in business. You'll see on the north side of the road the names of the many people who have passed this way, and you can add your name. For more information about Route 66 in the Amboy area, click on the links in the upper right-hand corner of this video.